Billionaires, rich, powerful, and sometimes downright strange. While most of us can't even fathom spending millions, these ultra-wealthy individuals take it to a whole new level with purchases that will make your jaw drop. From $50,000 trampoline parks to cloning dead dogs and even buying entire islands for creepy reasons. This bizarre billionaire splurges prove money really can't buy good taste or sanity. So, buckle up because you won't believe what some of these billionaires have actually bought. Ready to see the most jaw-dropping, unbelievable purchases you will ever hear about? Let's dive into the world of the world's wealthiest and most eccentric spenders. Trust me, you have to see this to believe it. Some billionaires have eccentric tastes, like the one who spent $50,000 to turn an entire room of his mansion into a trampoline park. For most people, that's a ridiculous amount to pay just to jump around. But for this billionaire, it was a way to relieve childhood fun. Another billionaire went even further with his outrageous spending, paying $120,000 for a banana duct taped to a wall. It was considered art, and after the banana sold, a man ripped it off the wall and ate it, showing just how strange the world of high-end art can be. Then there's the billionaire who cloned his dead dog, spending a massive $200,000 to bring it back to life, not just once but twice. This obsession with reanimating his pet seems a bit unsettling, yet it highlights the extremes some are willing to go to preserve memories. Meanwhile, Hamish Harding, a billionaire with a penchant for adventure, spent $250,000 to visit the wreckage of the Titanic. Unfortunately, the submersible he boarded was poorly constructed, leading to a catastrophic implosion that killed Harding and four others, making it a tragic investment. Richard Branson is another billionaire who spent millions on exploration, dedicating $662,000 to create a custom submarine designed to dive to the Mariana Trench. However, before he could use it, James Cameron had already completed the record dive, making Branson's purchase seem like a waste. On the other hand, Saudi Prince Al-Walid's purchase took a darker turn. He spent around $1 billion on a series of bizarre contests involving little people, including a strange one where the little people helped him decide which private jet to buy. Elon Musk's extravagant spending reached new heights when he bought a $1 million car that could transform into a submarine, inspired by the James Bond movies. It might sound absurd, but the car actually works as a functional submarine. Then there's the billionaire who spent $2.3 million on a photograph of the outlaw Billy the Kid. His fascination with criminals led him to splurge on one of the only known images of the infamous figure from the Wild West. Another story involves a woman who, after receiving $2.5 billion in her divorce settlement, spent $4 million on plastic surgery to transform herself into a cat, ultimately draining her finances by age 77. This bizarre transformation earned her the nickname Catwoman, as she used her wealth to become something unrecognizable. Meanwhile, another billionaire's obsession with Marilyn Monroe led him to spend $4.8 million on her iconic dress, which she famously wore without underwear, simply so he could smell it. In a more dramatic move, Ken Griffin, a billionaire who purchased an $8 million ticket to space, ended up giving the ticket away to someone else after getting cold feet, especially after the tragic OceanGate incident with the Titanic submarine. However, some billionaires waste their money in even stranger ways, such as buying private islands only for the carved letters of their names to wash away, costing them millions. Bill Gates spent $30 million on a rare Leonardo da Vinci notebook, setting a record for the most expensive book in history, showcasing his deep interest in the artist's unique writings. Another wild purchase came from billionaire Jared Isaacman, who spent $55 million to brew beer in space with SpaceX. While the stunt seemed eccentric, it raised over $200 million for charity, showing that some strange ideas can have positive outcomes. Stefan Dekov, in an even more controversial move, bought the infamous Pedo Islands, one owned by Jeffrey Epstein, for $60 million, with plans to turn the mansions into a hotel, a decision that raised many red flags about his intentions. Then there is Sahil Shah, who after discovering his daughter was a lesbian offered $65 million to any man who could turn her straight. When this failed, he doubled his offer to $112 million, further demonstrating his unusual way of thinking. On a completely different note, another billionaire spent $170 million on a nude painting of a woman, even though he knew nothing about art, simply because he desired the image. This irrational spending shows just how far some people will go to fulfill their personal whims. Johnny Maurice, a billionaire with a unique vision, decided to buy the Cursed Pyramid in Memphis, Tennessee for $215 million. The pyramid had a troubled history, with reports of supernatural events and even a concert where toilets exploded, earning it the nickname Tomb of Doom. Despite its eerie past, Maurice turned the pyramid into a giant Bass Pro Shop after making a decision based on a fishing pit with his friends, showing how even the strangest of places can become profitable businesses in the right hands. Lastly, one billionaire's obsession with the Titanic led him to spend an eye-watering $567 million building a full-size replica Titanic II. He planned to retrace the same route where the original Titanic sank, albeit with modern equipment to prevent a disaster. While the decision seems to be driven by a mix of nostalgia and fascination with the tragedy, it's a prime example of how some billionaires channel their wealth into the most eccentric ventures. These bizarre stories reflect just how differently the ultra-wealthy approach spending compared to the rest of the world. And there you have it, some of the wildest, most mind-blowing billionaire purchases that make us question reality. From golden toilets to private islands shaped like their initials, the ultra-rich truly live in a world of their own. But here is the real question. If money wasn't an issue, what's the craziest thing you would buy? Drop your answer in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more jaw-dropping content, and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.